Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ru'a and I'm trying to become the best version of myself. I'm literally on a journey to be the best version of myself, and of course, like, a big part of it is to be emotionally intelligent. And when I think about someone that is emotionally intelligent, I think about someone that is calm, someone that is steady, someone that is so confident in themselves that other opinions would never define him. I also think about someone that knows how to control their feelings and such difficult times. Control their feelings when they're extremely triggered by words, sentences, an argument. They can argue, they can yell, they can fight back, they can try to prove their point to be right, yet they choose not to. They choose to pull back. That is emotional intelligence. That's actually like skills to me. Emotional intelligence is something really important and you need to work on, and that's what I'm doing on this channel. So welcome back. As always, stick with the video because you have a lot to hear, and I have a lot to say and you have a lot to hear. Believe it or not, I always grew up to thinking that I was born with anger issues, traits. Like, it's just, I was born with it, and I always thought I had such a terrible personality because I am just too sensitive. When I'm sad, I'm overly sad. When I'm happy, I'm overly happy. Things trigger me. When I'm angry, I'm overly angry, and then at the same time, I'm such a caring person. And when I love a lot. There was just no boundaries. I didn't know anything about boundaries, and I didn't know how to protect my inner energy and inner self from the existing world. You as a person, you literally have rooms inside of you, and each room has a door, and every door is the way closer to your heart, closer to your thoughts, just closer to you in general. So not all people deserve keys to your doors, right? Not everyone should have the same value. Some people actually need to be locked away, and some people, you can trust them. You give them a little access to you. What I used to do is I had basically no keys. Actually, everyone can genuinely come and affect me and affect the way I feel. They had complete control over my feelings, my emotions, and if you experience it, you know how exhausting it can be. For example, if someone changes their tone with you, it's the end of the world. If someone comments something negative about you, you're gonna keep thinking about it, or maybe all night, maybe next day. You're gonna hold a grudge. You're gonna be like, what are they even talking to? Like, you're gonna start looking at yourself in the mirror more. You're gonna take it personal. You're gonna make it your identity. If you relate to this, that is you giving control to the external world. You're giving them control over how you feel, how you live. And a big part of being controlled, and that is like one of the most things I struggled with, is being triggered. Because when someone triggers you, they know exactly how to do it. They know what they're doing, and they love the reaction they get out of you. They choose the right words, right sentences, right topics. They know what makes you angry. They know they can control you and trigger you. When someone triggers you, your reaction, your response would be extreme to a point. Even if you're right, you'll end up being wrong just because of the way you reacted. And being triggered leads to arguments, and arguments leads to more stuff. Let's take this step by step. So you're in your room, and then you hear someone from your family maybe talking bad about you, or just triggers you in some way or form. If you decide to overhear and overlisten from your room, trying precisely to hear what they're saying, and you're ready in any second, any minute now to open the door and be like, who the hell are you talking about? This didn't happen, this is not true, this and that. And then you try to prove your point, and then you start a fight, you start a argument. They argue, you argue back, whatever. That's how everything, this is a cycle. You need to understand this is a cycle. Look, the minute you decided to try to listen to what they're saying, to shift your attention to them, that's the minute you gave them a key into your inner peace. That's when you gave them a key to control how you feel and basically control you. So the first thing you must do is never engage in arguments. Never engage in arguments, especially with people who don't even listen to you when you're talking to them in a calm, mature manner. So what makes you, because like literally what makes you think that they would listen to you or hear you out or understand you while like you're angry and you're yelling and you're like, you know, if they couldn't understand you when you're speaking normally? What makes you think that? Just what makes you think that? If you're speaking to someone that thinks that they're always right all the time, you're basically speaking to someone that is like brain dead, you know? You're basically speaking to a brick wall, you know? You're basically speaking to a brick wall, and every time you try to prove your point, you try to punch that brick wall. You punch it, and guess what? You end up bleeding, breaking your fingers, breaking your hand, because you're trying to punch and break through a wall that is literally brick. That is what you're doing, arguing with someone that you know you won't win this conversation with. So why engage in it? It doesn't matter how triggered you are. You're gonna be like, but they triggered me. Oh my god, they triggered me. I hate this place. Honey, reactions are decisions. You decided to be triggered because you could have simply covered your ears, wear headphones. You could have simply walked away. Walk away, honey, walk away. If you can't walk away, for example, if you're arguing with like someone that needs your respect, to stay there and look them like and stand there and listen to them, still don't be triggered. Try your best not to talk back. Try your best. If you're gonna have to stand there and try to zone out, do it. Speak to yourself. Be like, this is temporary. I'm gonna walk away in 5 minutes. This is temporary. Don't talk back. Because as soon as you start talking back, that is when you give them access to you. That is when you start being angry, you start shouting, you start stressing yourself out, you start crying, maybe your voice is gone, violence maybe. It does escalate to this. And guess what? You are still on the wrong at the end. Your point wasn't proven. You weren't understood. All what happened is that you probably like, now you're stressed, your voice is gone, you cried your eyes out, and that's it. You're still on the wrong. After all this, you're still on the wrong. So what did you gain? They say you're the angry person, but you need to understand yourself. You're not the angry person, you're just trying to be heard. Right? And that is why when you're speaking normally and the person in front of you doesn't understand you, or like starts to maybe make fun of you or don't take you seriously because they're immature, so now you're thinking like, okay, I need to yell, they're not listening to me, I need to yell. That is not how things work. If they don't listen to you from the first place when you're talking normally, that's it. End of conversation. Nod your head, agree with whatever they say, and leave. Now the second scenario, what if you actually engaged in this argument? You're shouting, you're whatever. Catch yourself. Be like, what am I doing? I need to calm down. relax. You're in the middle. Do it. Challenge yourself. Do it. You're in the middle of a heated argument. You're yelling and what am I doing? You know what? Like, even if you're yelling and yelling, catch yourself this second, switch up, switch up, switch up, switch personalities. That's how you train yourself. Train yourself into controlling yourself not to be repulsive, controlling yourself not to care. Try to switch up. And this is a challenge, genuinely a challenge. So if you're in a heated argument, catch yourself, challenge yourself to stop, take a deep breath, end the argument. Try to end it, because there's no point. If the argument is all yelling, understand that the purpose of this argument is already gone, honey. There's no point. There's no point. You're just wasting your energy. You're wasting your everything, your time, your voice, your emotions. End it. Yes, impulsiveness will 100% feel right in the moment. It will feel right that yes, they triggered me, so I have the right to be impulsive. I have the right to be angry. Impulsiveness might even feel like power. You're yelling back, you're defending yourself, you're trying to prove your point. It's like, yes, I'm in control, you know, I'm in control of the situation. In fact, it's complete the opposite. You're just in loss of control over yourself and your emotions, and that is why you start to crazily give your energy out and be angry and start yelling. Stop. Genuinely stop. You don't owe everyone an explanation. You don't have to prove your point all the time, especially to people who committed to misunderstand you from the first place. They're committed. And you know it, because guess what? This is not the first, second, third, fifth, fourth time this happens. This always happens with you. You always have to be wrong, even though you know deep down, damn well, you're right. So why are you arguing with people that you know you'll never win the argument with? To people who are committed not to hear you out. To people who are committed not to give you the respect that you are asking for desperately, which they apparently can't see. So your job now, and what you can do, is to maintain, stop, and control how you react. Maintain, stop, and control how you react. But you thought that was over? You thought it ends there? No, honey, you're wrong. It doesn't end there. When they see that you don't engage in an argument, they're gonna start to trigger you so bad, and they go to negative talk. They're gonna start talking negative about you. If you notice, it happens at work, it happens at school, it happens with people that they know that you don't respond. They see, and they're just so annoyed. They want you to be affected so bad. They want to see you miserable. They want to see you react. And that's why they start to hate on you. Maybe on your appearance, maybe on something you trusted them with, and now they're using it against you. And that is when you must make sure you have a wall built around you. That is a second form of protecting your inner peace and protecting yourself, is to build a wall around you. Meaning anything and any negative energy that comes from outside cannot get into you. It bounces right back outside. It cannot get into you, okay? Meaning, when someone or some hater, let me actually tell you a real life example. One of my old jobs, like 4 years ago, there was this girl at work that used to be a hateful person. God be with her. Like, I have no idea. Like, it used to be like horrendous. Like, she used to hate me so much, and she used to try to tear me down with her words. And you know, when someone that is passive aggressive, I used to be such a shy, innocent person. I cannot talk back to people, and I was always so nice, so understanding. Like, I'm trying to, did I do something wrong? Like, are you mad at me? This is exactly how I was, guys. Ew. Oh my god, now that I remember, girl, I used to be this person. Like, I used to be so scared. Like, did I do something wrong? Like, why are you saying, like, are you mad at me? Did I do something? Like, tell me. This is how I used to be. I used to try to be so understanding, but honey, Miserable people are miserable people. If you put them anywhere, if you give them whatever treasures in life, they will stay miserable. So she used to make fun of my weight. She used to make fun of everything. Just for me to find out later on that she struggles with losing weight herself, and she hates herself so much because she said it. Like, she verbally said it. And I'm like, wow, so she was reflecting on me this entire time? That's crazy. So here's a hint for you guys. They're always reflecting what's dirty inside of them. They're always reflecting how they see themselves. So if someone comes up to you and tells you, someone needs to lose weight, or someone, look at them, be like, do you look at yourself in the mirror and say that to yourself? Because I don't understand what you're saying right now. Honey, I know myself, so I don't understand what you're saying. For example, someone makes fun of how you look, you know. For example, someone says, I don't know, something about your appearance. Are you gonna take it personal? Are you gonna let it define you? No, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at them in a empathetic way that, like, do you think like this about yourself? Apparently, do you need help? I'm so sorry, girl, because it's always them reflecting what they think about themselves on you. So if you're at work and there's a bunch of girls, a bunch of I don't know who, a bunch of people useless, they have no goals in life, like, just tell me, okay, guys, what normal person hates on people for no reason? They're probably someone that's miserable. Like, we need to feel bad for them, actually. So whatever they say, you gotta take it like blah blah blah, you know, you're ugly, you're not okay, I don't even understand what you're saying right now, because I know damn well I'm not ugly. So, like, I'm not gonna feel anything towards what you just said to me. I'm not gonna take it in. I actually feel bad for you, because it's probably what you think about yourself. Like, you're just reflecting on me. So never think that you're the problem, but reverse it. Think that they are the problem. So anyone that hates on you, always remember that the hate is coming because they hate themselves. Basically, 100%. Any miserable person that hates you for no reason is just because they're jealous of you, and they hate themselves. So in order for them to feel better about themselves, they try to dim your light. So they want to do that by being so hateful towards you, by trying to hurt you, and by their words, by being passive aggressive, you know, this and that. Don't allow it to affect you, because if you do, that's how they're satisfied. That's how they're happy from the inside. They want a reaction of you. But you have to stay elegant. You have to stay you. You have to stay the calm person. Don't clap back. Don't talk back. Don't do this. Just be the calm, elegant person. That would actually make them angry. That would show them that you can't be played with. They can't control you. They can't affect you in any way or form. Now they have to be miserable. They can't satisfy their needs by making you miserable too. They can't dim your light. You get it? People are sick. Another thing that makes you like the angry, anxious, stressed kind is that you're trying to be in control of everyone and everything. If I want to take myself as an example, I tried to be in control of everyone, and it's like, as an oldest daughter, I had this urge to look out for everyone and make sure everyone is like on the right track in school, even though I'm like the middle child, but the oldest daughter, because my brother is the oldest, but like the daughter, you know, there's a difference. So as the oldest daughter, I had like this sense of responsibility towards my siblings. Like, I need to make sure, like, in my mind, I need to make sure everyone's on the right track and everyone's doing right by their life and everything. And girl, focus on your own life. Why are you caring so much about other people's lives? And I'm not talking about baby brothers and sisters, or, you know, actual people who like actually need someone to look after them. I'm talking about, I used to stress over my sister that's in middle school and high school, be angry if she didn't do her homework, be angry if she's, you know, messing around and stuff. That's not your job. That's not your job. You know what you can do? You can advise them once, but if they decide to move their way, let them. Because if life taught you lessons, life will teach them lessons too. I know you're trying to protect them and you're trying to show them that I have experience. Hello, listen to me, please. They're not going to listen to you. At the end of the day, each one is going to have their own experience. Let them. You don't have to stress. Let them. Because when you were their age, you had this sense of responsibility that, oh, I need to wake up for school. Oh, I need to do my homework. Oh, I need to pray on time. So if you had this sense of responsibility, why would your siblings not? It's there. It's there, and it's gonna wake up in one time of sometime. You don't have to be in control. Let it. You see something wrong happen in the house, you don't always have to speak up. You see something you don't like, you don't always have to speak up. I'm talking about environments that if you speak up, you're always wrong. So to protect yourself, because you know that you're gonna end up in an argument with everyone, and like, you know, you're gonna end up in an argument. If you're in an environment that is not safe for you to express that this is right and this is wrong, because you're always gonna end up wrong, then why express it in the first place? Zip it. Stay quiet. So how I live now is that I don't need to explain myself to everyone. Not everyone needs to understand me. Not everyone will respect me. And that gives me so much control over myself. Like, I don't have to over-explain to you. And when you engage with the right people, you're going to be surprised, like, oh, I didn't have to yell for you to understand me. You're going to tell. You're going to know. You're going to tell. You're going to meet people. But until then, until you're able to isolate yourself from this toxic environment, until you are able to get out, until you're able to leave, until you're able to be surrounded by the right people, control yourself. Control yourself, you know? Control yourself, or control your impulsiveness. Pull yourself out. Walk away. Stay quiet. You don't always have to point everything wrong in an environment that doesn't allow you to. And guys, that is the end of today's video. I enjoyed making this video so much, and I hope you guys learned, and I hope I was a little help. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.